You know, I love makeup. Yeah, I'm a man, but I need to look good. So tell me in the comments if I really look good, you know. My hair is well combed. Yeah, you know, changes your appearance. Okay, welcome guys to my channel. This is Ronnie, your teacher. In this video, we're gonna see the difference between must and have to and must. These two words are modal verbs. Modal verbs. What are modal verbs? Modal verbs add emotions to verbs. They're always before the verb. Okay? They come before the verb to put some makeup, to put some good feeling on what we're saying, or to change meaning of the verb. For example, today we have must and have to. My students ask me, or they keep asking me, teacher, what's the difference between these two words? How do we detect, or how do we see the difference between these two verbs? Modal verbs. They are also verbs. Must, have to. So, the number one difference is when you are using must, it's your personal, you know, the subject. You are the subject, and this is your obligation. It's necessary for you, not for other people, but for you. Nobody is controlling you. Nobody is determining your life. For example, let's say today we all know what's going on in the world. And for you to protect yourself, you need to wear a mask to protect yourself. So you can't say, I must wear my mask. Okay? Whereas, for other people, you can say that they have to wear a mask. Do you see that? For you, it's a must. It's an obligation. It's necessary to protect your life. But for other people, you don't control them. You can tell them, you have to wear your mask. Okay? But in some countries, it is a rule. So, it's being forced on two people to wear the mask. It's forced. It's a rule. It's a law in many countries to wear a mask. So here, okay, let's go slowly. Here we use have to, because in some countries it's a law. So we say they have to wear a mask. So the meaning of the sentence can mean the same in both ways. It can be for you or it can be for all the people, because it is a rule. So here we say we have to wear a mask because it is a rule. It's an instruction that has been set by our authorities, the government or the health ministry, for protection of our lives and the people around us, our immediate family members. So here it's necessary for both. So here we can use must and have to. But in the first place, it was for you only, so we chose must. So what's the other difference? The other difference is for personal. Okay? For personal. If it's personal, you use must. If it's a fact, okay? If it's a fact, whereas if it's a fact, not an opinion, okay? If it's not opinion, it's a fact, it's real, we use have to. For example, okay? This is a fact, okay? We have to find a vaccine. We have to find a vaccine. This is a fact. It's not an opinion. We have to. We have to find a vaccine for COVID. Okay? Don't say we must find a vaccine. No. Who says that? No. We have to find a vaccine. This is a fact. It's an opinion. Scientists have to find it. Okay? Not must. Have to. Okay? Now, let me give another example where we can see the difference between these two, must and have to. I am an English teacher. Now, when I give my students homework, that means they have to do the homework. So here, I tell them, because I am the boss, I am the chief, I am the king. So I have to tell them, you must do your homework. Students, you must do your homework, because this homework is helping me as a teacher. I want to see if my students learned or if my students are progressing. It helps me to assess my students. It's helping me in the first place. So here I can say that you must do your homework. You must do your homework because it is necessary for me. Yes, it is necessary for you too. So if it is necessary for you too, but your teacher has told you to do that homework, okay? Let's go slowly. Your teacher, Ronnie, has told you, has forced you because you don't like doing homework. I know my students, I know you. These are international students everywhere. No student wants to do their homework. No student wants homework, no. So here the student says, we have to do our homework because it's not their obligation. Somebody is forcing them. Their teacher is forcing them to do the homework. So here the students say, I have to do my homework. I must do my homework, or else my teacher won't be happy, or else my teacher won't be, amused. So here we say, we use have to, okay? When the subject is forced to do the activity, or if you're forced to do something, we use have to. If it is a rule, we use have to, because somebody else has set those rules. These are not your rules, but they're somebody's rules. So if it's not your liking, if it's not personal, you use have to. Don't forget that. If it's not personal, you use have to. But if it is personal, if it's subjective, if it is you speaking, if this verb is affecting you, if this message is about you, use must. Let me give you another example. If your dad, if your dad is at home, your dad is at home and is calling you, you say, I have to go home because my dad is calling me. No, you don't want to go home, but because your dad needs you home. It's your dad, so you say, I have to go home. Don't say, I must go home. No, because you don't like to go home. It's your dad, the third, the other person. It's not personal. So there you use, I have to go home. Whereas, if it's you who wants to go home, okay? You get it? If it's you who wants to go home, then you say, hey, I must go home. If they ask you why, because I am tired. You see the difference? If you are tired and you need to go home, you say, I must go home. Now you see, when I say you don't know English, yes, you don't know English. That's why you need to subscribe to this channel and learn such easy but very important English, because this is the English that we use today, every day, and now and tomorrow. So subscribe and thumbs scribe to English Hacked. Thank you for watching and I love you. Take care.